On Thursday, the 31st of March 2022, Princess Ronke Ademuluyi launched her book titled Unspoken, A Chronicle of Women Kings in Yorubaland, Obirin, at the Eko Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos. Princess Ronke Ademuluyi, the author and convener of the event, in her opening speech, spoke about what the book entails. It's about the female monarch and her abilities.
The House of Oduduwa Foundation is the official charity of His Imperial Majesty, and we decided to publish this great piece of history because it's the right thing to do. It resonates with the discussion of the moment, breaking the bias. So remembering the lives and legacies of our ancient role models and celebrating their achievements during Women's History Month is important to us. Unspoken is a narrative of female leadership with a focus on women who reigned as kings hundreds of years ago and their great achievements. So by telling their stories, we believe that our young women of today can read about them and be inspired by them, as it's important for women to have a past that they can leapfrog on into the future. The book is about integrity, it's about grace and the resilience of an African woman. It talks about community responsibilities of an African woman. It talks about how they contributed to building their various communities, their commercial roles, their enterprise roles, and their community roles, and how they were able to combine these great leadership roles with their maternal roles as well. The book is a reawakening of their legacies. It shows that our culture does not relegate or undermine women. So making their stories accessible to women today is really important.
The chairperson of the event, Dr. Mrs. Toyin Saraki, introduced the book. Her Royal Highness Erelu Abiola Dosumu, the Erelu Kuti of Lagos, was the keynote speaker at the event.
Strong recognition within our Yoruba tradition of the philosophy and perception of Abiyamo, the Yoruba concept of motherhood. Motherhood occupies a special place in African cultures and societies, regardless of whether a particular society displays a patrilineal or matrilineal kinship system. Mothers are the essential building block of social relationships, identities, and indeed our societies. Because mothers symbolize familial ties, unconditional love and loyalty, motherhood is invoked even in extra-familial situations that call upon these values. For example, in the Ogboni tradition, a traditional political organization which formed part of the hierarchy of governance in some Yoruba polities, members refer to each other as Omo Iya, the mother's child, emphasizing that fraternal and sororal bonds derive from the mother and from the institution of motherhood, articulating and activating Yoruba concept of motherhood as a unique matriarchal leadership model.
Hence, as Erelu Kuti of Lagos, I'm Mother General and in Yoruba Palace, Iyagogo. Since Lagos is a melting pot for all Nigerians, commercial capital, and the acclaimed center of excellence. And we operate from here. We are well equipped, so we can lead. We are leaders, and we should lead. With all sense of industry, I call myself, well, I've already said that, Erelu Kuti is a royal administrative and spiritual office that comes with enormous responsibilities. And I believe I have not failed in this divine duty since 1974, that I have been made Erelu to the glory of God. And I believe I have done the best I can do. And I know KBC is giving me more responsibilities. I want to pledge here that I have not done anything yet. I am going to do a lot much more once I'm empowered to do that, to be sure that we bring the women on board and continue to give voice to the prowess and achievements of women. There are great women who are achieving greatly, but word unspoken is the key word. KBC stands for helping us to break the barrier of unspoken, so that courageously we talk about women and women's achievement. KBC, God bless you. Thank you for this great opportunity, and of course, for me to have this platform to share a bit of history. And of course, Princess Ronke Ademuli, I'm sure she's the prompter for this book. I thank you so very much, and I wish everybody a wonderful evening.
The First Lady of Kwara State, Her Excellency, Ambassador Olufolake Abdulrazak, in her speech, noted that a lot still needs to be done to remove impediments on the path of women seeking to hold leadership positions. She congratulated Nigerian women ambassadors who played a remarkable role in ensuring Nigerian students in Ukraine were safely evacuated.
You will agree with me that women's full and effective participation and decision-making in political, economic, and public life is essential to achieving gender equality, which in turn cannot be achieved without ending the widespread discrimination, violence, and economic and structural barriers that women and girls face. Achieving change in this regard, however, requires policy and actions that will improve women's access to secure livelihoods and economic resources, alleviate their extreme responsibilities, remove legal impediments to their participation in public life, and raise social awareness through effective programs of education and enlightenment. In addition, improving the status of women also enhances their leadership capacity at all levels and in all spheres of life. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as women, we should and can operate under the existing patriarchal system by sharing our accomplishments and ambitions so as to change and shape our community's perceptions about women's ability to lead and create a source of inspiration for women to rise above the gender bias and fear.
The Oni of Ife, Oni Adeyeye Nitogunsi or Jaja II, the chief host of the event, revealed that Erelu Kuti of Lagos, who has been the Erelu for over 50 years, is going to step into a bigger shoe of Yeye Oba of Yorubaland, the highest office for a woman in Yoruba Kingdom. He said the position was last held by the wife of the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo. He commended the First Lady of Kwara State for her good works.
But I want to thank our mother here, Erelu Kuti of Lagos. Please, a resounding round of applause for her. It's not easy to be relevant over the last 50 years. She has been relevant, one way or the other. Please, another resounding round of applause for her. And I want to tell each and every one of us here, she has a bigger role, a bigger shoe she's going to step into. She will become very soon Yeye Oodua of the entire Oodua race. The last icon, a mother that we will never forget in the history of we, the Yoruba people, that was in that shoe was H.I.D. Awolowo. So, our dear mother, you are going to step into that big shoe, and we will do it the way it's supposed to be done. It's a very big shoe.
And congratulated the convener of the event, Princess Ronke Ademulu, for her intelligence and tenacity. The Oni implored all men present at the event to give the women a standing ovation in appreciation and honor of their remarkable impact in society.
When you see powerful women in Yorubaland, you will call them witches. In fact, I like those witches that are very powerful in Yorubaland. Princess Ademulu, you are one of them. You are very powerful. Please, a resounding round of applause for her again. And I know what I know. She has a lot of influence over a lot of things that I do. Very positively, She's very forward-looking, very progressive in her thoughts, in everything she does. She's the architect and the brain behind where we are all here. God Almighty will continue to give you strength, honor you in every of your endeavors in life. I am very proud of you.
Dr. Bimbola Agunkilu, former Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Chairman, Chestrad Global, presented B. Part Award to the Oni of Ife, Oni Adeyeye Nitogunsi. The Adunine Fatiti Group entertained guests afterwards. The launching and unveiling of the book was supervised by the Oni of Ife, Oni Adeyeye Nitogunsi, who unveiled the book with a handsome sum of money. The First Lady of Kwara State, Her Excellency, Ambassador Olufolake Abdulrazak, also unveiled the book with an undisclosed sum. Others who supported the donation were the representative of Suji Motors, Khadija Okunu Lamidi, wife of Senator Azu Akpoti, Chief Mrs. Cordelia Akpoti, Erelu Abiola Dosumu, Ajagunla Tayeshi of Ifetedo, Prince Adegboyega Ogunsi, Mrs. Etiebet, Mrs. Odumosu, and a few others also made donations to the cause. Some artworks were unveiled and introduced by Mr. Israel. The event was brought to an end as Barrister Caroline Adene gave the vote of thanks on behalf of Yeye Funsho Amosun. From BISCON Communications, its congratulations to Princess Ronke Ademiluyi on the successful launching of her book, Unspoken, A Chronicle of Women Kings in Yorubaland, Oba Obirin.